That's what I wanted to say. And if God ever asked me to be the king of the Jews or to lead them somewhere like he asked Moses, I won't protest like Moses did. I'll just say, here I am, Lord. What shall I blog? I'm ready.
I think that you...
Use me.
If you're the Messiah, I think we're in dangerous hands. But I would be the first to say, yes, he's the guy. I'd follow him,
Could Tim Tebow be the Messiah? Does the Messiah have to be Jewish?
Yes. And not only that, he has to be born Jewish. Because you have to be from the house of David.
Well, there goes that plan.
There goes that. All right, so you... are you done?
Yeah.
Okay, so you spoke... you brought us some barrel wines, so... Once again, it's that segment where, oh, it's Faith. I was having trouble logging the Internet Explorer. So use Firefox or Chrome from now on. Hit the viewers so we can see who's in the room. I would hope that the Bait Din would screen for that type of attitude.
I think he's talking about my attitude.
Oh. Okay, everybody's still in there. Okay, great. So once again, it's a segment at the end where we talk. I bring this week's Parsha from Rav Victor Miller, who's my rabbi. Here's the book. And you can get it yourself. And it's a book, and it just records a lot of the stuff he said regarding each Parsha. Where he would give a talk every Shabbos, and somebody would just memorize everything that he said. And then after Shabbos would write it all down. And after Rav Miller died, they made a book out of all his talks. So for the Parsha Shmos, and it's beautiful because it's in English, so you don't need to even know Hebrew to read it, because he spoke every Shabbos to his congregation in English. Mm-hmm. All his Shabbos talks were in English, so they're just recorded in English. So this week is Parsha Shmos. So I'm just going to read what he said. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but I'll read some of it. In this week's Parsha, we're introduced to Moshe Rabbeinu. Moshe Rabbeinu, who's Moses, had an upbringing of great privilege.
Yeah.
Right? He grew up in New Jersey, and being raised in a palace as a member of the Egyptian royal family. So he had major yichus, right? And he was a rich kid. There would be no reason why he should identify with his beleaguered brethren. Remember, the Jews at the time were slaves, right? So why would he identify with these people who were so beneath him?
Yeah.
However, the pasuk says in Shmos 2:11, it was in those days that Moshe grew up and went out to his brothers, and he saw their burdens. So imagine that. Here's the prince. Somebody grows up in the house of the king. Some rich guy. Filthy rich. He went to prep school. He wears a little alligator shirt, all that, right? And he's going to go mingle with the Mexicans.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Okay. And he put an end to an Egyptian taskmaster who was striking a Jew, and he stood up for that Jew. So that's why God loved Moses. Moshe went out from his comfort zone and regal surroundings and took action on behalf of his brothers. So Rav Miller writes, it is easy to be a sit-at-home Orthodox Jew. Even though there's nothing small about that, like to do mitzvahs and attend to your own affairs, it's an easy avoda. It's an easy way to serve God. However, when one's blood boils with indignation, when one cannot sit still and takes action on behalf of God, oh, this is what God loves. That person, that's what God loves. He's the one that God applies his attention to. It's the guy who gets upset and stands up for another Jew when they're getting hit. It's the guy who gets upset and he condemns and he speaks out against Ron Paul. Mm-hmm. And he goes on the internet and he makes a Ron Paul video. Mm-hmm. And he's the only frum rabbi. And he's the only frum person that has a video on the internet of telling Jews not to vote for Ron Paul.
Yeah.
There are a couple of other Jews, but they are not frum, who put out videos. But there's no other frummy who's put out a video, and certainly no other frum rabbi who's put out a video against Ron Paul.
Right.
Where are the other voices? Where are they? There should be 25 frum rabbis who have videos out there, right? Right? Where's the Shmuley Boteachs and the who are the other loudmouth Jews who have all flood the place with their voice?
Chief Rabbi Jonathan Sachs.
Where's the Jonathan Sachs? Where's Chabad on this? Right? Where's the JDL and the ADL? Where's the Kahani people? Where are they? Where are they? Why is Rabbi Rabs the only person out there who's taking a stand on this? Right? But the fact is that when I do that, God loves that. That's one of the few things that Rabs does that God actually loves. Because whether I'm right or I'm wrong, it's the fact that I got my blood boil and I stood up for a fellow Jews. Because that's in essence what I'm doing. Is I'm standing up for Jews because I believe that Ron Paul, if he had been president since 1935, let's say, until now, he just was always president, right?
Yeah.
There would only be 2 million Jews on the planet. And they'd all be secular, and they'd all be liberals and communists, and there would be no Torah. So that's what I'm standing up for. I'm standing up for Torah, I'm standing up for the Jews. All right. So that's all I wanted to say. That's this week's part.
So do you have anything else you want to talk about? Or should we go on tonight's show?
Let's see if there's any questions from the chat room. I was having trouble looking at Wolpa spoke out? Okay, I've been contradicted. So, Wolpa spoke out. Rabbi Wolpa... Wolpe, like whoopee cushion?
He's not saying he spoke out. We don't know what he's saying. He's just saying that he has not.
I'm saying he has not. Oh, he's one of the people who should speak out.
I guess that's what Malachi is saying.
Where's Rabbi Heyer?
Where's Rabbi Cooper?
Where's Rabbi Cooper? Rabbi Heyer?
Rabbi Cohen.
Who's Rabbi Cohen? I was talking about this with somebody last night. There are a few Jews on the internet, and I praise them for their efforts. One is a Reconstructionist conservative rabbi, but the guy was 100% correct. And he has a video out there. And the other one is David Horowitz. Do you know who he is?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I have a great respect for the guy. The guy's not from. And I know that because I know him personally. I've spoken to him on the phone before at great length. He's a great guy. But why isn't the Frum community speaking out?
Yeah.
Where is it? Where's the blood boiling? Let's go, folks. Let's make videos. Let's get the word out there that this is an anti-Semite. Tomorrow's the election, right? In
New Hampshire.
New Hampshire, they're going to be voting in Manchester tomorrow, right? Wicked smart people are going to be going to the polls. What's going on, folks? Let's make a noise. This guy's got 20% of the
Republican vote
for tomorrow's election. People should be outraged. The things that this guy has said. Come on, make some noise. Get upset about it. Get angry about it. That's this week's parsha. Take a hurrah from Moshe, to learn a lesson from Moshe Rabbeinu. Stand up for the Jews. Give that goy a smack, right? Tell him off. Say something, right? Say something. Get excited. Get angry. Get mad. Say something about Ron Paul. That's what you need to do. What do you think is going to happen tomorrow's thing? What's your take?
I think Mitt Romney will win. I think Santorum will come in second. Romney will get 35 and Santorum will get about 22. He's
not pulling that high right now. He's pulling at 10.
Mm-hmm.
Ron Paul's at 20.
Yeah.
You still like Santorum?
Yeah.
I still like Gingrich. I already came to a decision on something in the last week or so.
Okay.
If Romney wins, I will not vote for him.
Why? Because he's a Mormon?
No. Because he's a liberal, and he's full of it, and I'm tired of all his antics. I'm tired of the way that he won't answer direct questions. I'm tired of the way he waffles and he flip-flops. I'm tired of the fact that we all know that his record is one of liberal. He called himself a progressive less than 20 years ago. He called himself a liberal less than 20 years ago. He stacked the Massachusetts court with liberal justices. Why would he not do the same thing at the U.S. level? As Newt Gingrich so eloquently put it, the guy appeases to the Democrats because he wants to get reelected. Romney has a career of wanting to be elected and reelected to positions, and he will do anything he can to get there, and he's going to make deals with the Democrats. And he's going to do the exact same thing Obama did, and he's no different, and I don't want anything to do with him.